Another early morning drive out to Pyramid. Now everyone's probably tired of these in the vehicle videos, but hey, it's Turkey Day 2022. I am using my time productively, being thankful for the fact that I have Pyramid Lake 35-40 minutes from my house. Try to catch a big Lahontan cutthroat or two. I'm heading down to, I don't know, I'm going to maybe do one or two of the beaches down in the south. There's a pretty good drop off. Heard through the grapevine there are some fish that are doing some grabs off some of those drop-offs on the sandy beaches, so that is the plan. I may move if it sucks early. I'm not going to sit around and hope for the fish to show up today. Give it an hour or two, and if nothing, I'll move. But hopefully I don't have to move. There's the sun starting to come up here. Been shucking a spoon for about the last 15 minutes, not a bite. The waves are crashing here into the beach. Probably not going to be able to even hear me on this tape, but hey, I have high expectations for today. There's not a single other person here. As I mentioned before in the truck, it's Turkey Day, and last year on Turkey Day I caught a couple nice ones, so I'm hoping to repeat that performance. Yeah, sandy beach, big waves. It's tough going right now, but sometimes the fish like it when it's a little rough out here. Got one on the drop out there. I don't feel like he's very big. Probably one of those little guys, but hey, first fish of the morning. He's not taking any drag or anything. Come on. He's in these waves. It's hard to. I think he's just a little guy. Yeah, he's not a big one, but hey, you can get him in the net. You can get him in the net. Can't even see him. A little dark out. Still, oh, he got off. Sorry, he was only one of those little rats. We don't really care about those rats. If it was a big one, you take some time and make sure you land them. But hey, that's a good start. I mean, I've only been fishing for a half an hour and already got one on the beach. I just got hammered, so let's see if I can roll right back through there. Sometimes if you roll right back through the area where you got hammered, they're still out there waiting, or there's more than one. I don't know. I'm not a fish expert, but got one on the beach that I didn't put in the net because he was small. I'd like to get another fish here before the sun comes up. That's always a bonus. Very next cast, I didn't get it on all the way up, and boom, he hammered it again. So maybe let this one fall to the bottom, drag it along the bottom here, and maybe we get this sumbitch on the third cast through here. It's hanging out here not far offshore, because that's the second time. First time it hit out far and then hit again in close, and that time it was, I don't know, 15 yards offshore when it grabbed it. Sun's up now officially. I have not got a single grab, follower, or anything since that last little barrage of couple grabs and the one little rat on the beach. So might be a long day. I'm gonna stick it out though. I just have a feeling that there's gonna be a couple fish fighting today. A little bit of wind. It's really friggin' cold out. Maybe just above 30. I don't know, it's gonna get a little warm today, but I don't think it can hurt. Lake of 1,000 casts. Going on. Finally. Grabbed it right here at the shore. He's not big, but popped off with my lure. Son of a bitch. That's the way you retie, folks. For all those new people, sounds like I'm one of them now. Anytime you catch a fish out here or get a really good hookup and then lose it, you should always check your line right up above your spoon. These things' teeth are so fucking sharp. If they even nick, it doesn't matter if you use mono or fluoro or what, if they nick it at all and you do that, like what I just did, try to muscle in a littler fish, that little weakness in the line, they pop it off and take it. So that's another learning experience. That cost me $3.99, whatever my spoon was. But it's good news that the fish are starting to bite. If that would have happened though on big fish, I probably would have picked up my shit and left. Didn't want to play anymore, but just because it was a little rat, I don't really care. Everyone has their little pyramid myths or secrets or proclivities or advice. I don't know, everyone says, hey, you need to fish a beach or shoreline where the wind is blowing into you. And I don't know, maybe that's the fly guys. Maybe they want the wind blowing into them when they're stripping, or they have their bobber out there with their balanced leech and midge under it. But I find if you're throwing jigs or you're throwing spoons, it's kind of a headache. Basically the waves and the current pushes your jig or your spoon or your lure in, so you have to slow down your retrieve significantly, and I don't know, your presentation isn't real good. Plus, these friggin' waves kick you in the nuts like 14 times, even if you're weighted out only a few yards offshore. And that's what's happening here. I've been nutsacked like 6 times. Hopefully all this is going to pay off and there's going to be a big fish, because the 2 little rats that I got up there that both got off before they got in the net are not what I'm looking for. Just had another one grab it and I lost him. It's one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days. I love it. The battery had died and I didn't go up to the car and charge it, and sure enough I hooked one. It wasn't great. I mean, it was maybe a 6 or 7 pounder. I got a little bit of video on the phone, but it was actually a good fight. The sumbitch jumped a little bit out of the water, as much as cutthroat do, which isn't much, which means a nice porpoise. But yeah, it was a nice fish. Hopefully that means they're going to start biting now. On. Because it just had to get a little brighter and a little calmer. It's coming right at me. Still coming right at me. Still coming right at me. Still coming right at me. Just a little guy. Take a little guy. Little shaker. This is like one of the planters or something. These little suckers are, I don't know. It's a fish, but it's not a big fish. Another pilot though. Boom. Kind of a weird day. It's the exact opposite of what it should be for the fish to be biting. I swear, as soon as the sun came out and the wind died a little bit, got a few more bites. Who knows? Fish are weird. Hammered it. Fuck! Got off. It's like the fourth fucking fish today. That's how she goes sometimes. Definitely hooked and lost more fish than I've landed today. Who knows? They're hitting it pretty good. That one, I mean, jerked it pretty good when it hit. But I don't know, fishing barbless like you have to out here. I don't know, I don't want to say you need an active god to help you get it in sometimes, but sometimes you do. Unless they have it really good in their mouth. All you got to do is a couple good head shakes and a twist and turn and a barrel roll and they're off. That's basically what that one did. This lake can be demoralizing. They don't call it the lake of 1,000 casts for no reason. I don't know how many more I've got in since that last hooked up fish and lost fish, but it's been a lot. I'm gonna get carpal tunnel here before the end of the day. Thanksgiving dinner, steak and egg breakfast burrito from Maverick. Best shit ever. I got slammed and then I didn't get him. I don't know what's going on here. First bite I've had in forever. Getting beat up by friggin' ocean-sized waves here. One of them just rang my bell, got me right in the junk about 2 minutes ago. No fish since then. No fish for a while. Ooh, long day, almost 2 o'clock. I haven't hooked a fish in almost 2 hours. Everyone else has left. Looks like it's time for me to go too. I'd stick around if I thought it was going to get better, but it's not. Still pretty decent way to spend Thanksgiving 2022. Through one last cast. Famous one last cast. Please tell me this sumbitch is gonna stay on here. Oh, it's a decent fish. It's a decent fish. I just need the net. When I say decent fish, I was lucky the shit fell off as soon as it got in its mouth. Looks like it might be a summit. No, pilot. Just a male beautiful one, not real big. But hell yeah.